Hi Christy, we're going to show you how to use the TRX and Rip Trainer. What you want to start out with is remembering that you want to bring your shoulder blades back and down always and keep your core engaged. So pull that belly button through your spine and keep a good plank while you're doing most of these exercises, okay? We're going to start out with a one-legged squat. So your foot is right under that anchor point, wherever that anchor point may be. Yours is in a door. So you're going to come down, put that foot right in the middle of the anchor point, heel down, and squat. And the closer you are to the anchor point, the more you're going to use your quad. And when you lift your foot off the ground, then you're really going to engage that quad. So that is the one-legged squat. Okay, so now we're going, and you changed the other leg, sorry. And now we're going to go over to the TRX chest press. So what we do here is we face away from the anchor point, and we're going to get into that good plank, feet shoulder width apart, head up, chest up, and we're just going to come back and bring your arms out in front of you. Back, and arms out in front of you, facing away from the anchor point. Okay, so that is the chest press. Now we're going to go to the rip row squat. Okay, so we're going to come over to the Rip Trainer. This is going to be anchored in your doorway. You're going to come out, and it's going to want to pull you back, but you use your core to keep it from pulling back. You want this band on the side of you. You want to see it to the side of you, okay? So in this case, it's on the right side. So what you're going to do is a little wider than shoulder width with the feet. You're going to come down, out, come up, row. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Down, row. So you want those shoulders down and back, down and row. And you always want to keep your chin level with the ground. And for you, you want to have your eyes fixed on something ahead of you, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring this up like this Rip Trainer up like this, and you're going to go to this side. So the band's on the left side of you, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing, squat and come back, okay? So that is the squat row, Rip Trainer. All right? So now we're going to do the TRX tricep press. We're going to face away from the anchor point. We're going to get into that nice plank, feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to roll out. So our core is locked in, and then we're going to flex and fully extend. So you're engaging those triceps, okay? So flex and fully extend. Okay, so that's the tricep press. All right, so we're moving right along. Okay, so we want a rip bicep curl. You're going to take the Rip Trainer out of the anchor point, which is in your doorway. You're going to hook it together right here at the end with this carabiner. Your palms are going to be up. You're going to put your feet right in the middle. It's important to get these even on each side. You're going to come up, engage those shoulder blades, lock the core in, and we're going to do bicep curls. So you lock your elbows to your side. You want to keep them at your side. Okay? So that is the rip bicep curl. Okay? So now we are going to go back to we're going to go to the Rip again, the Rip Trainer again, and we're going to do a squat press. Okay, so we're going to take this, and we're going to have, in this case, we're going to have the band on the right side, facing away from the anchor point. Head up, chest up, core engaged, shoulder blades engaged, and we're going to squat and press. Just like the Rip row, only we're pressing. Okay? Then we're just going to come back so it's not pulling us anymore. And we're going to go to the other side of the band, the band would be on the left side. And we're going to get into that nice squat position. And we are going to soft knees. We're going to bring it to the chest, right under the chest, head up, squat and press. Squat and press. And remember, the further out you go, the harder it is because it wants to pull you back. It's trying to pull you back more, so you have to engage in that core. Okay? So now we are going to do a TRX overhead squat. This is the one we did today where you want to get your arms straight over your head. You're going to be out a little bit into a little bit of a plank. And you're just going to come down into that squat. Back on your heels. Keep those arms over your head. They might go forward slightly, but try to keep them over your head the whole time, okay? So that's facing the anchor point, all right? So that's a TRX overhead squat. Now we're going to do a TRX T and Y fly. Facing the anchor point, we're going to have our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to get pretty good and planked in this one. So you want to get your feet out in front of you. You're going to lean back, straight arms, and pull into a T. Then come back and pull up into a Y, like the YMCA, like I was talking about. Okay, so T and Y. Keep that strap tight the entire time. This one, again, you're facing the anchor point, okay? And you can get even more planked on this and make it harder, okay? So now we are going to go back to the rip trainer. And this one, we're sideways to the anchor point, okay? So we're coming straight out. We want this to be, we want to be in back of the strap. So we have palm up on zone 3, palm down on zone 1, and we are going to have soft knees, head up, chest up, and we're going to push with zone 1 and pull with zone 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go around it and to the other side, and we're going to palm down, palm up, down on zone 1, up on zone 3, and we're going to push and pull again. Okay? So that is the rip steer. And remember I told you you can add a little squat to that rip steer too. Gets that booty nice and developed. Okay? TRX hamstring curl. We're going to get down. We're going to bring the straps to the mid-calf, which is about right here. See the two little marks? It's about that. These yellow tabs will be about that far from those marks. Okay? So we're going to get down on the floor with our bottom right at the end of, well, at the end of my mat. Your mat will be different. And you're going to get your heels in. So you just roll back, hold on to these, and put your heels in. And then you're going to get them straight in there, push down with your hands, up with your bottom, and bring your knees to your chest. Okay, that's a hamstring curl. Keep your head down on the floor, and you want to do 8 to 10 of those, and do more if you're feeling good. You did those really well today, so you probably will be feeling good about that, okay? Those are the hamstring curls. Now, we're going to do a front lunge with a press. Now, this will be with your weight in the beginning. So maybe you could even take a 5-pound weight, but you're going to have sandbells eventually. So you're going to do that front lunge where you're going to come out, lunge, try to get your knee as far down to the ground as you can, because then you're involving your glutes, okay, and your quads. So straight out with your arms and down with your knee. Now, in the beginning, you can just use your hands. Don't even use any weight like we did today, and get your balance in check, okay? All right, we're getting there. And so we're gonna do a rip paddleboard row. So we're gonna take the rip trainer, and we're going to palm up on zone 1, palm down on zone 3. And the strap will be at the bottom, okay? So you're going to take the rip trainer and you're gonna soft knees and you're just gonna come down on the side and pull, okay? So pull with that zone 3. You're really gonna just guide with zone 1, okay? And then you're gonna take it over to the other side, so this is easy. You go from this to this arm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice where my hands are placed though, because if you get them up too high, it makes it much harder, okay? So now we're going to go to the stability ball lift. So you're going to take your ball, which I want to see what size it is. Maybe you can take a picture of it for me. We'll see if it's the right size. And you're going to lay down flat. You're going to grab this in between your feet, and you're going to lay flat and bring this up and back down and up and down. And try to get 8 to 10 of those in, okay? It's really good to strengthen the core, all right? And just remember that you want to engage your shoulder blades and your core in every exercise you do. And you can do the 10 minutes of cardio beforehand would be great, but we also have the 10-minute mobility, which means that it's a warm-up. So we're gonna do, we're gonna have wide feet pressed down, facing the anchor point, press down on the handles, come out, reach out. You're gonna feel your hamstrings, your shoulders, and come out like 8 to 10 times for this mobility, okay? And then sideways to the anchor point, you're still facing it. The front foot in front of the back foot, heel toe, and then you're gonna go straight arms and dip. That's the one you love so much. Everybody loves this one. And dip, okay? And then you go to the other side. And then we do nice easy squats. So we just come up and down in a nice easy squat. And this is facing the anchor point, all of this is, okay? And then we're gonna face away from the anchor point. So you can still hold on to these, just turn around. And we're gonna roll out and do a little lunge. So we're involving our shoulders and warming our shoulders up. So that's a shoulder warm up, and then we go into a lat warm up, and that also involves the shoulders. Okay, and then we go into a chest warm up. So you want to get those pecs opened up and warmed up for your up and coming workout. Okay, and that is the warm up, and what you want to do is do 8 to 10 of those exercises each, and then at the end, you're gonna stretch with those same exercises, only you're just gonna stay in that. So in other words, you're gonna get that big wide stance, and you're gonna just stay in that and let your muscles stretch, okay? And take some nice deep breaths. I also wanna show you that you're stretching your inner thighs. This is one, and that's for the warm up as well. All right? Well, I hope this is helpful.